let's get into it, Dan. So, released in 2005. So what was that? 3 years again after
Right by your
episode
side
2.
till
Now,
2005. Oh, well.
5 days. He's been here since Saturday. He's put in who knows how many hours right here in front of Carmack Cinemas.
Dude, it was beyond worth it. It was epic, my friend. It was epic.
we're going to try this again, Dan. Oh, hold on. Where's it? Now, the box office. The box office. All right, you got it? Not the budget,
Yeah.
the box office for episode 3.
I'm gonna go.
Just think of modern
8.
movies and not modern movies. Yeah, go.
Only got 800.
800 mil?
Yeah.
Mate, you've almost
Bang
nailed
on.
it.
Actually,
You've almost fucking nailed it. 868 million. But yeah, so, you know, big time stuff here, guys. And you adjust that for inflation. I don't even know. That's over $1 billion, I'm sure of. And
Too much money.
Too much money. But I must say, just if I'm going to give a quick impressions before watching, this movie, if nothing else, is entertaining. Finally. I wish these other movies were like this. It's not a great movie.
Yeah.
The acting's still kind of shit sometimes. It's actually better overall, but it's still kind of shit sometimes. The writing's not great.
Yeah.
Hold on. This whole operation was your idea.
So beautiful. No, no, it's because I'm so in love with you.
But it's fun, at least, for most of it.
Yep.
I came out of it saying it was cool to see this. Yes, it was the most. This was the movie with the most stuff happening. You know, episode 1 and 2, we both just sit there going, "God, I tell ya, not much is happening in this movie." Those
correct.
movies felt like the opening crawl to this movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
All right, look, I'm gonna just quickly brisk through sort of some lines here. So, yeah, 3 years after the onset of the Clone Wars, the Jedi are spread across the galaxy, Dan, leading a large-scale war against the Separatists. After Count Dooku is killed, the Jedi cancel... Now, talk about this. Hold on, I'm going to stop myself there. Count Dooku killed. Talk to me about this moment. I quite enjoy this little Jedi moment here. The movie opens on a giant space battle.
Yes,
You remember
it
this?
does.
Maybe
Yes.
the biggest space battle in Star Wars history, if I'm not mistaken. There's so many fucking spaceships in this. Actually, you know what?
Yeah,
Episode
there's
9 might have
9,
something to do with that.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about that. But
Misa no spoil.
Misa, no spoilers. No future spoiler. Jesus. Oh, no. But, yeah, pretty cool. Pretty interesting, I guess. I mean, Anakin's still a bad actor. You know, still not great. Hayden Christensen.
So, there you finished it. You don't like Hayden Christensen. He doesn't make it up for you in this movie.
No, he doesn't.
See, this was a lot of people's turning points. This is when they started to like Hayden.
He's better. I mean, he's better. But, I mean, you know, he was absolutely god-awful in the other movie.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
Killing Count Dooku. He catches both lightsabers, Dan. Kill him. Kill him now. It's actually a cool moment. I really enjoy that. I really enjoy
Real
that.
memed moment as well. This movie is
Massive.
the king of memes.
You know what? I actually wish this is actually the meme movie. Every other movie is kind of some memes, but this is the
is it.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the one. And, yep, Anakin does it, mate. Pulls the trigger and just murks him on the spot, which is very questionable. And for some reason, Obi-Wan gets, like, a platform lands on him, which should kill him, by the way.
Yes. Yes.
The platform, like, cuts him in half. Like, why'd they make it that? Why didn't you just get, like, punched, something thrown in his head or something? He gets... It hits him in, like, the stomach. And he's out for, like, a minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever. Obviously missing Anakin do a very naughty thing for a Jedi. Anyway, so you like that moment? Nothing else to say there? We'll move on.
Yep, keep going.
General Kenobi. That's right. General Grievous is there, the leader of the Separatist army. What is he doing? Your lightsabers will add a fine addition to my collection, all that sort of stuff.
Oh,
Remember
that's
this?
right. This will be a fine addition to my collection. And then
read it.
jump.
This is my best impression.
Dude, you need to get off the darts.
Yeah, that wasn't even my impression. That was just me having a couple before I started. But yeah, it turns out Count Dooku, before his time, coronavirus before it even happened, mate.
Yeah, there
Count
it is.
coronavirus. Meanwhile, Dan, after having premonitions of his wife Padme dying in childbirth. Now, we're gonna get there, but jeez, I mean, what a weird.
It's dark.
But Anakin and Obi-Wan, they get back, and Anakin sees her, and after they got married, remember, in the last movie,
Correct.
they're all like, "Oh, I haven't seen you in a long time." All stuff. I'm like,
I know, they're acting real awkward.
Are you kidding me? It's the same sort of stuff in the Phantom Menace. How they didn't go back and get his mum. Like what? Like Obi-Wan, you had 10 years.
But what you expect them to? Because he'll get kicked out of the Jedi Order
For what?
if they find out. Because you're not allowed to have a relationship.
With his mum?
No, I mean with Padme.
No. See,
well,
so I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, with his mum too.
vein.
Yeah. Once you become a Jedi, mate, you're on your own.
Jeez.
I'm all alone.
I mean, so you're
There's
telling me
no one
Phantom Menace
there
style.
beside
Jesus
me.
Christ.
But you gotta have friends. Shut up, donkey. Sorry, off on a tangent again. My
Wow,
bad.
that was good. You actually didn't even just
Thank
sing
you.
the song. You went into the Shrek version of the song. Wow, that was like an Inception moment there.
Sorry,
Shrek
mate.
in
Sorry.
review coming. It's a little
Stop.
tease for you. But yeah, dude, surely that's in the same vein of. So this is just me doing a tangent on the tangent. Phantom Menace, Obi-Wan has him as a kid, and for 10 years later, until obviously we get to the Clone Wars, only then Anakin decides to go after his mum.
Yeah.
10 years later.
Correct.
Okay. Anyway, all right. I'm just putting that out there. Very strange. All right. Moving on. Anakin is tasked by the Council to spy, as in the Jedi Council, to spy on Palpatine, who is the Supreme Chancellor of the Galactic Republic at the time.
Correct.
So, because they are suspicious, Dan, of him being, they don't say Sith Lord initially. They're just something's going on, right? Something's going on. Keep an eye on him, and also Palpatine saying, "Keep an eye on the Jedi." Now, is this when we have the moment, which is one of my favorite moments of the movie, and one of many people's favorite moments, is when they're at this weird opera thing in front of these bubbles. Remember this? The giant, I don't even know. And Palpatine's like, "Have you ever heard of the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?"
Oh, yes.
Simply iconic
I like
moment.
that. And now, just refresh my mind.
Go, yeah.
Does he still have King Arthur, A Knight's Tale, Heath Ledger hair?
The mop.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Wow.
The mop, the whole movie, mate. The whole movie. He's got
Okay.
the mop happening. Yeah. He's got the mop. Anyway, this is where Palpatine is just enticing him to the dark side. He's baiting him in. He's throwing the fish line out like a hot girl posting on their Instagram saying, "I look ugly." You know? You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, they're asking for it.
He's chucking it out there. Oh, he could bring people back from the dead. Kind of like your wife, Anakin. Anyway. So what's happening here? Palpatine manipulates Anakin into turning to the dark side of the Force, becoming his apprentice. Now, we'll skip now to the scene that is, again, memed very heavily, where it's revealed, Anakin reveals it to the Jedi Council, that Palpatine is indeed a Sith Lord, Dan. Fuck.
Mace Windu?
Yeah, Mace Windu says, "All right, bitches, let's go. Anakin, don't come because you would actually solve the situation. You stay back." And brings in what can only be
So
described
true.
as the worst Jedi in the history of Jedi. Dan. These guys rock up. Palpatine.
It's really like your reserves,
Oh
your
my
local
God,
reserves
mate.
footy
You don't
team, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't think they are from the initial reaction of the initial look at them. You're like, oh, these guys kind of look cool.
Yeah.
They go in. You know, Palpatine gives the old, "So it's treason then," and the old, "I am the Senate," all that good stuff, all the memes, right?
I am
He's
the
chucking
Senate.
memes. Yeah, exactly. All the memes you can imagine he's chucking at you, and I was like, "Ah!" Remember that? He
Yeah.
does the spiral.
Yeah, and I remember, I think it was
shit.
someone was trying to explain to me how it works. I was like, yeah, the scream's meant to put him off balance, and that's how he gets him. And I'm like, no, the scream's just ridiculous. Don't try and back it in like it was a good idea.
Yeah, this is real
Don't
prequels.
don't try and
apologies.
give it a reason. Like this is a real prequel thing. Like just try to back
It
it,
is.
but there's nothing to back.
I mean, it's funny.
It is.
Every scene with Palpatine in it is fucking awesome, to be honest with you. I really
In this
enjoyed
movie?
it. Yes, in this movie.
Yes,
Where he's
yeah,
actually... Now, this is the issue, I think, with the previous two movies. Not enough actual Palpatine. Emperor. No,
Sidious.
yeah, not enough of the actual Emperor shit. Yeah, Darth Sidious. Not enough of that. It's all, him trying to be this fake guy. But fuck, he's good when he's the Emperor. It's so entertaining.
I do agree.
Man. And this
Massive
movie,
difference.
Yeah, this
Massive
movie's full
difference.
full of it, and I love it. It's over the top, of course, but it's so good. Anyway, oh fuck. So he does that and just murks all the other Jedi. Just straight, like one shot kill. Just bang to the guts, bang to the head, bang to the guts.
He's strong with
Like,
the Force, mate.
yeah. Imagine being these Jedi, Dan. You've trained for your life. You can't marry. You're not doing anything for your whole life just to get absolutely murked by the Supreme Chancellor.
If you get to their age and you still haven't had a crack, I guess it'd be fine to sacrifice yourself, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I guess. Anyway, Mace Windu, gets fighting. Then finally Anakin comes over, by the way. While they're mid-lightning to lightsaber battle, they're going, and then, his face is getting melted, which is
From
whatever.
the,
I get it.
From the Force lightning from the lightsaber
kinda...
onto his skin, and he's absorbing the Force lightning. Yeah.
Exactly.
Deflecting.
Thank you. And that's happening. Bada bing, bada boom. Mace Windu,
Mr. Worldwide stepping in the room.
Gets absolutely sent into another dimension by the lightning.
Gets absolutely IKEA flat pack.
Yes, flat packed into. Is it Coruscant? Is that what they are? Coruscant? I don't know.
That sounds about right.
City. It looks like it's all city in the
Dude,
background.
Literally, yeah. No, I think
They're
it was
gone.
Coruscant. Bill.
They're gone. He's gone, or is he? Yes, he is gone. And
Yes.
he's gone. And Anakin goes, "What have I done?" Actually, does he? He must intervene. I can't remember.
These movies all have become a blur.
Yeah, fair. Anyway, Anakin must have done something to interrupt this fight. What have I
Yeah.
done? And he's this is it. And this is the scene where the Emperor gives him the name of Darth Vader. You shall now be known as Darth Vader.
Darth Vader.
It
Oh,
looked-
that was good.
That was good. No, look, great stuff. I mean, that part isn't like
It's rough.
expertly done, I must say. It's a bit like all he did
Messy.
was kill Mace Windu, and all of a sudden, a Sith Lord. A little bit rushed, in my opinion. I wish this kind of started happening in the
It's
second
episode
movie.
2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Because
agreed, definitely.
geez, we're like halfway through the movie, and
Yeah.
then we only have that hour, and then he's absolutely anyway. You know what I'm saying. All right, let me read the rest. What else has gone in here?
Actually, let me just jump back real
Please,
quick.
go,
Let me just
go.
jump back real quick.
I want you to.
We kind
I
of
really
skipped
do.
it back in the General Grievous point.
Sure.
One of the greatest
yes.
lines.
Yes.
One of the greatest lines in
Go.
in Star Wars history. Hello there.
General Kenobi.
Beautiful. And not that I feel that wasn't that necessary, but man, probably one of the most iconic scenes from the prequels.
You're actually right. You're actually right. And you know what? We've actually skipped over before the last fight. You're right. Even more iconic. Just after this, after they do a little fight, and you know what? General Grievous actually beaten way too easily, for my opinion.
Yes.
Man comes in with 4 lightsabers, and it looks like Obi-Wan beats him better than he would beat someone in a normal lightsaber battle. But
Yeah.
anyway, I wish they just can Obi-Wan get a little hurt in this fight? Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, he just cuts off all his limbs and he ends up shooting him, and he goes, "Oh, how uncivilized." Anyway, very cool. Grievous looks great.
Yes. Yeah, that hello there line. Sorry, I'm going to go back to it real quick.
Good.
Is so influential where it's gotten to the stage where I know for me, I don't know about you, but I know for a lot of people, you cannot, if you hear hello there, you cannot reply hi or anything. You just reply back General Kenobi.
General Kenobi. We really went through a phase of that. We really did. And then all of a sudden, Emperor Palpatine calls it in, mate. AC 130 above. No. Calls in order.
Enemy AC 130.
Execute order 66. That's the one, Dan. Executes it. And what would be a powerful moment if we gave a fuck about any of these fucking wankers that got killed? you imagine if over the first movie and second movie we actually got to know these guys?
Yeah.
Oh god, what a powerful moment it would. You know what? This scene in isolation. If you just saw this scene, you go, "Wow, good scene." You know?
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Agree.
we've watched all the movies leading up to this, and we don't know who the fuck these guys are. They've been sitting down, sort of around the Jedi Council. You've seen them around.
And look, do we really care?
No, we don't. I mean, we get the significance of it. The Jedi get murked by their army they trusted, the clone army. And, yeah, they turn on them and kill them all. Well, not kill them all. Kill most of them. Like, 99%, I guess, about that, you know? That happens... Gosh, what happens immediately after that, Dan? Skip now to the end fight. Oh, you know what? Yoda has a fight with Palpation.
Yes.
So during this, Yoda, you know, finally, after he's done with the Wookiees and shit, here's a little Chewbacca reference for you. There you go.
Yeah,
And
on Kashyyyk.
that's it. Comes back and faces Palpation in...
Well, that makes sense because Yoda is 900 years old. At the time of this movie, he's 900 years old. He's 0.66 meters tall. His homeworld's unknown. His species is unknown. His affiliations with the Jedi Order. And his notable apprentices include Luke Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Count Dooku. Yeah, there you go. That's straight from the Lego Star Wars little plaque I've got for my Yoda.
Oh, okay. Well, then we'll count that then. If Lego says that, then I agree. Yeah. Anyway, the fight starts off cool, I think, and then turns quickly into a shit show of him chucking around Senate chairs at each other.
Literally, yes. Oh,
God. Yeah, starts off cool. How about when Yoda yeets Palpation into his chair and he awkwardly falls over it? Do you know what I'm talking about? Where he gets thrown into it head first and he kind of tumbles over it.
No. I wish I did.
Well, that's all right. This is
I'll
what happens when we
go
watch
back
it
and watch
together.
it later. Yeah.
That's all right. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, they're throwing Senate. They hold 10 people each just at each other, and it means nothing. These fights mean nothing. They're throwing random shit at each other. And here it is. Before we get to the end of this last fight, and this is going a bit long, but you know what? I think it's been quality stuff. Is the moment where they're there's a moment in what's the ship where they start episode 4 in with Princess Leia? You know what I'm talking about. What's that ship called? I don't know.
It's on
It's
tip
like
of
a
my tongue.
hammerhead shark looking thing.
Yes,
you know?
yes, I know what you mean.
Anyway, that's right. Don't stress about it. You know what I'm talking about, though. So when they're in that ship, Obi-Wan and the guys from Play School... Oh, no, it's not from Play School. The other guy. The one that adopts Princess Leia at the end of the movie. That guy, yeah?
Yep.
And they're in this... That's a real set. And you can tell...
The difference.
So obviously go,
Yes.
oh my God.
Yep.
You're watching them walk through that, and I'm like... I literally, when I was watching the movie... Holy shit. That looks
So obvious.
amazing. And it just made me think... How many other scenes could have been so much better if they just... Because the actors are looking around at stuff that's actually there. Yeah, I can't wait to watch the original trilogy, to be honest. Sort of comparison it, you know.
It's going to be a
it's
massive
fresh now in my
difference.
mind. Yeah, to look at it.
Huge difference.
Yeah. So anyway,
Final fight.
goes
quite
for at
possibly
least a fucking half an hour.
It definitely does feel like it, but
Oh my God.
it's an
There you
enjoyable
go.
fight.
You take this over
It's
for
an
me.
enjoyable
Can you
fight.
describe your feelings towards this fight for me before I jump in?
This fight, loved as a kid, still love now. Purely, I think it's a bit of nostalgia based. There's still some bits that piss me off about it, but man, tell me that's not a cool lightsaber fight. And the dialogue. Oh, the dialogue.
I feel like the dialogue is good. It's great. You love when they start the fight. Oh my God, at the start. When it's zoomed on Anakin's face and Obi-Wan's in the background. You know, that shot.
Yes.
If you're not with me, you're against me or something like that. And only the Sith dealing absolutes and shit like that. I'm like, yes. Dude, Obi-Wan
You're meant
in
to
this
bring
scene,
balance to the Force, not destroy it.
not join them. Yeah, that's right. You're supposed to, something about the Sith,
Bring balance
not
to
join them.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Bring balance to the Force. You're meant to destroy the Sith, you're meant to destroy the Sith, not join them.
Now, actually, this is a good point for me to bring this up. Phantom Menace now, in retrospect, they keep bringing up how he's supposed to be the one to bring balance to the Force, right?
Yes, in his midichlorians.
But he at the time of the Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones and stuff, are the Jedi not in power?
No. No, they're not.
What do you mean?
The
How
Senate
are they
is.
not? Where are the Sith?
The Senate. Or the Sith are gone. The Sith failed.
So then why do
and
we
they're
need to bring
rebuilding.
balance to the Force?
Because they felt there was an off
There's
balance.
a council of Jedi and no Sith on record.
No, but there's Sith on record. The Sith on record, but the Jedi won or something like that, and the Sith are rebuilding. But I think they're trying to balance it out somehow. I don't know. I think I'm talking a bit of dribble at this stage because
That's all right.
let's be honest,
That's
the
all right.
backlog of Star Wars is so thick.
It's thick. It is. But I just think they're trying to, like, make it, like, scientific and shit. I don't agree. I preferred it when it was kind of like a mystery everything, right? Like, the Force was something that was just kind of mystery. But, like, they're going, like, oh, bring balance to the Force and stuff. And by the end of this movie, I guess he does, Dan.
Yes.
I guess he does. Because he
does.
brings balance
He
to the
does.
Force by bringing the Sith back into
up.
power. So,
Back
well
into
done,
business,
guys.
baby.
I guess the prophecy was true, you fucking idiots. God. Anyway, yeah, the fight, in my opinion, I wish it was about 10 minutes. Because there's a lot of just them walking backwards, slashing at each other in a CGI bullshit background.
Yeah.
The last bit, though, so I'll skip from the start, it's great. The middle is a bit bullshit.
Dude,
and
the
then the end.
the lightsaber bit where they're doing like the figure eights with the lightsabers.
Oh, man. Yes,
And-
that's
and
exactly what I'm
everyone-
talking about.
And everyone's like, "Oh my god, that's so cool!" Because you're defending
No,
yourself, and you're
no.
also like
No.
you're sizing up your opponent. No, mate,
No.
it's just for flashy lightsabers
It
everywhere.
looks ridiculous. It actually goes for way too long. If they did it once,
does.
they do it like 4 times.
Yeah.
Like twice on each side of their body. They go like totally ridiculous. Anyway,
Yeah.
the great part of this fight that we've all seen a million times is the high ground, right? Obi-Wan,
Yes.
it's all about Anakin.
I have the high ground.
You underestimate my power. Don't try it. And then he does the palpitation sort of flip, not really. And then
Sorry, that's
I don't
probably
know,
really
weirdly.
loud.
Nah, it's good. It's good. And then weirdly gets his legs and arms cut off. Well, not all of his arms, but one of. Anyway, you know what I'm saying?
No,
it's a
his
bit of a
arms-
weird slice. One arm gets cut. Actually, no, his other arm was already cut. You know what I'm saying? One arm gets
Yeah.
cut again.
It's
and
not
both
it's
his
not,
legs.
It's not a clean chop, is it?
No, it's like, how does that happen?
I mean,
He somehow
yeah.
cut both his legs and one arm. So that happens, and it's actually now if you cut this last scene from the high ground bit to you are my brother, all this sort of stuff, right? You were the chosen one. You are my brother. I love you. All that stuff. Dan,
Yep.
this scene is beautiful, in my opinion.
Yep.
It hurts me that this is like in this movie, in
Yeah.
this prequel trilogy,
Yeah.
because this
How
is
does it get sucked in with the rest?
because you've seen, as I have, I'm sure, the like compilations where they make it like a trailer, right, of Darth Vader,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. How they're like,
Yes.
you shall be known as Darth Vader.
and it's like Obi-Wan being like, your father, he was my best friend, or whatever he says. You know, we were good
Yeah.
friends and all that stuff. And then he has the flashbacks to them being together.
Mm.
Those compilations on YouTube are literally 10 out of 10s and
Yeah.
way better than these
Any
prequel
of the
trilogy.
prequels.
Oh man, just watching those compilations kind of makes these prequels worth it because they're so good, and it actually makes me really emotional watching them. But that all happens, and for some reason Obi-Wan leaves him to burn alive like a fucking psychopath. You know, if you wanted to kill him, just kill him quickly. Like, you know, like you're
Yeah.
gonna leave him to burn alive. I understand,
Yeah.
obviously, why. Like,
I-
obviously, because the other movies have to happen. All right,
Dude.
Fight's over. Tough stuff to watch. Palpitation comes back and finds him there. We'll come back to that. Anyway, Padme dies while giving birth to Luke and Leia from sadness. Even the robots say, we don't know what, her vitals are fine. She has no injuries, but she's dying.
Yeah. Always a good
And
sign.
the memes ensue.
Oh god, this fucking trilogy, man. Who dies from that? See now, no. See, I believe in dying of a broken heart.
Anyway,
Oh,
Padme dies of sadness. You know what? We'll go broken heart. You know what? You're right. We'll go with that. That's actually probably the meme is she died of sadness, but in this movie we'll go with she died of a broken heart, right? Because even before the fight,
sorry, I've done it again.
No,
I've
that
done
was
it again. Sorry,
that was good. This is what the show's foundation is built on.
Oh shit! Keep going, come on.
And yeah, before the fight starts with Obi-Wan and Anakin, the moments before it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is Anakin suggesting that Obi-Wan and Padme are like doing shit? What's he on about? He's all angry and getting.
He's thinking. Obi-Wan's turning Padme against him.
Yeah, that's right. He does say that.
Yeah.
He does. Yeah, you're right. That's right.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he like literally chokes her till she's passed out. Now, Anakin, maybe settle down a bit.
Yeah.
Like, I get.
Maybe hang off the alcohol for a little bit.
Look, we're like.
We can't back you with that, man. We can't.
The whole reason he was doing this, Dan, was to save
For
her.
her.
He chokes her out while she's pregnant.
Full
Like,
Undertaker choke slam.
Are
too,
you
eh?
joking? Anyway, the movie ends. Oh, now this is cool shit. Darth Vader's suit being put on him, right? Oh my god, how cool, Dan.
Yeah, I just don't like the way the background looks in this moment.
Oh, talk to me. When he's on the table, or what do you mean?
Yeah. It just like,
Oh.
like I know it's fake, but it just looks even more fake than usual.
Yeah. This is
Especially
the
in
whole
like
issue with this movie, man.
And look, you watched the remastered version. I watched
I did.
I
did.
The DVD version, and it doesn't look as bad. But even there, you're just like, oh god.
Well, I gotta jump in and say, like, we even talked about how bad the special effects were in episode 1 and 2, but the special effects have been redone. So this is even in its worst form. Like, for episode 1, Yoda returns as a younger version of himself in the prequel trilogy beginning with The Phantom Menace. However, in the 2011 Blu-ray release of The Phantom Menace, the Yoda puppet was replaced by a CGI character to match the later depiction of the character. Can you look up the puppet Yoda of episode 1, Dan, for me? And look at the fucking face.
Yes, that's one of my DVDs.
Yep, horrific. Horrific.
It looks like a nutsack, doesn't it?
I respect what they're doing. At least they try to use a puppet. Why couldn't they make sets instead of making this a puppet? Like, how much more work is that?
Oh, here we go. The CGI. So 2011's when they changed him into a CGI.
Yep, just said that. Anyway, that's what...
I was just confirming your thing, bro.
Yeah, good. But that's why he looks... I'm not gonna lie to you. He looks good. He looks good.
does.
Yoda... Like, compare Yoda in The Phantom Menace to Jar Jar Binks, Dan.
Mm.
It's night and day. That's why it was fucking
sir.
12 years later. Anyway,
sir.
movie ends with Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine staring at the construction of the Death Star. And I'm going to be honest with you, as far as I know, I don't think that lines up with the timeline of these movies. But anyway, it's still really cool visual to look at.
Yes, agreed.
So you know what? I don't really give a fuck. And you got Tarkin there as well off to the left. And yeah, the movie ends. I'm not going to lie to you. This is easily number 1 of the prequels. Easily the top. And overall, I mean, what's my rating in one word, which we usually do? We don't like to do numbers here.
Yes, correct.
I mean, I give this an entertaining out of 10.
Yeah,
entertaining.
That's a good call. Enjoyable for me.
Enjoyable, entertaining, and a bit... I'll say entertaining, but a bit long. Hey guys, thank you for watching. This has been a small segment from probably overly long podcast from 10 Beers Deep. Tune into the whole thing if you want. It's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, all that good stuff. Make sure to subscribe to our Instagram at 10_beers_deep. And thank you for watching.
Thank you, and have a good night.
Oh, thank you, everybody.
Hello there.
General Kenobi.